Hello and welcome back to the That Is Easy channel. Today I'll be showing you guys two of my all-time favorite visual card tricks slash reveals that any of you guys can do at home, and you can honestly just incorporate into any existing tricks. It just makes it that much cooler, or you can perform them by yourselves. But now I'll show you guys a little performance of what this actually looks like. As you can see right here, we have the 10 of diamonds. It's a regular playing card, but with a little wave of my hand, we can change that into the ace of spades. And I could honestly do this with any card, but I'll spare you from doing this 52 more times, and I'll show you the other visual card trick. Here, as you can see, we have the 3 of diamonds, but then with a nice little paint, it changes into the 8 of spades. And now I'll show you guys a tutorial of how I did this. But wait, before we get on to the actual tutorial, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment some other stuff you'd like to see me teach in the comment section down below. But now, I won't hold you guys any longer. Let's get on to the tutorial. So now, I'll show you guys how to do what I like to call the flick switch. So to do this, you actually need a little bit of a setup, I guess you could call it, but you want to take 2 different cards and put them back to back so the faces are facing outwards. Make sure you lined it up well. It's the actual magic part of the trick, which involves switching the card from this side to the other, which is how the card actually changes. So you're not actually changing the card, you're just doing a little sleight of hand move. So I have to break to you guys, but it's not actually magic. So next, you want to hold the card with your middle finger and your thumb. And you want to hold it on the 2 corners, just like so. And you want to make sure that you hold your middle finger on the corner that is further away from your hand, so that you'll have one corner sticking in. And you want your thumb on the opposite corner, just like I mentioned before. This allows you to perform the trick a bit more easily, although you can do it either way. Next, you want to take your index finger and hold the outside of the card. And when you're doing this, it does actually help to bend the card a bit like this so you can reach a little bit more easily. Although if you have really big hands, you could probably reach all the way across, but I actually have pretty big hands, I would say, and I kind of struggle to do that, but it's up to you. So once you're in this position, bending the card a bit with your index finger on top, next, all you have to do is bring your index finger towards your hand and just turn the card over. As you do this, it also helps to just kind of loosen up the card and not have it bent anymore. From the side, it would look something like this. And as you can see, the cards are quite flat. But I'm sure now it seems obvious what I'm doing, but when you actually perform this at full speed, it can be quite hard to notice this little flick motion. So before you actually go around showing everyone this cool new trick you learned, it's important to actually practice it to get it up to speed. And the final touch you can add is to just shake your hand, because with a little shake, it's harder to track the motion, so your spectator is less likely to notice you just flipping the cards over. And what I like to do is do 2 little flicks before the big reveal flip. And what this does is it makes your spectator's eyes accustomed to this speed and motion, so that when you do a faster flick, they won't actually be able to track that motion. So in reality, it looks something like this. That was a bit of a bad performance, but you can really get the idea. So make sure you guys practice that a lot, and you can incorporate this into any of your other tricks by performing a little double lift, which I have a tutorial for this in another video, which you guys can check out after you guys like and subscribe, am I right? And then you could do a little sneak maneuver where you flip the card over and then just do a flick switch. And now I'll show you guys how to do the second visual card trick. This trick is called a paintbrush switch because it kind of looks like you're painting the cards, just going back and forth. And this once again involves 2 cards, so it's not actually making a card switch, it's just revealing a second one. So you want to take these cards, and this time you want them both facing the same direction, just layered right on top of each other. Next, you want to hold the cards on one side with your dominant hand so that your thumb is on one side and 4 fingers are on the other. And it can also help to have your pinky on the bottom just to make sure that the cards stay lined up, because otherwise you may end up with something like this, and that wouldn't be too good. Next, you basically want to paint the deck, and by this I mean just kind of brush it on top like this. Next, while you're painting the deck like this, you want to slowly let go of that top card and just place it right on top while you're painting, so that you're now left with just the other card. And once again, like the other visual card trick, it may seem pretty obvious when I do it slow, but when you actually perform the trick fast, it can be harder to notice. And again, just like the other trick, it may take a while for you to learn this, but make sure you just practice a lot and eventually you can get it pretty smoothly. So if you guys enjoyed these tricks and this tutorial, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment some other stuff you'd like to see me perform in the comment section down below. But for now, I'll see you guys again later. Bye.